G'day, it's Neil Gross speaking, Chief Operating Officer here at TasFarmers with your weekly wrap. Our CEO Nathan Cowman is back from leave next week, all suitably refreshed. And our President Nathan Cox is currently on a study tour in northeast Queensland investigating how warm ocean currents interact with offshore reefs, which will be really interesting to hear how he gets on with that. Just right up at the start, our FarmX tickets are on sale right now. That's one of our benchmark events for TasFarmers. We set a high bar last year with FarmX. It's going to be even bigger and better this year at the Deloraine Showgrounds. So don't forget, get those tickets and get them for all your mates as well, because it is a great opportunity to see what's happening in the farming world. And talking of the farming world, our key thing at the moment is really diesel. I don't think there's a bigger story in town than diesel. And apart from diesel supply, it really is around diesel price, the squeeze that's having on margins across every commodity, whether it's dairy, whether it's red meat, and in particular cropping, where we're seeing a lot of pressure at the moment, particularly in potato harvest and our other vegetable harvests. The broader economy has to realise that farmers aren't the sponge which can soak up all the problems in the economy. When input costs rise for farmers, unfortunately prices have to rise at the other end. Farmers cannot continue to take a squeeze on price. We look like, the cost of growing a hectare of potatoes next year probably topping up anywhere near $30,000 a hectare, and without price rises on the other end, that is just not sustainable. In terms of diesel, we've had some great conversations this week with the federal government. Energy Minister Chris Bowen was very generous with his time last night with a group of Tasmanian business people, including us here at TasFarmers, and very candidly answered a number of questions and was very open to everything we would ask him around the current energy crisis. Similarly, the federal Agriculture Minister, Julie Collins, the same, spent an hour with stakeholders yesterday, answered all our questions, and is committed to come directly back to TasFarmers, particularly on some of the issues around supply and planning. We've had great response from the Tasmanian government around fertiliser through our Ag Minister, Gavin Pearce, but we would like to see a lot more interaction with the state government around diesel and diesel supply without us having to chase them all the time for that. We really must see a plan around diesel supply. If we do get a shortage, farmers need to be part of that planning. We need to be part of the input into the information that government needs when it makes decisions if we get to that situation. Let's hope we don't. And I know there's a lot of people out there working very, very hard to make sure we've got a heap of diesel coming into this Tasmania. Our economy runs on diesel. So we look forward to more interaction with government and everyone else. The team have been out and about this week. It is a difficult week talking to so many farmers who are doing it tough and worried about the coming season. I was just saying, winding up, look after your neighbours, have a phone call to everyone around you and just see how they're going. The season is turning to winter, so naturally we're not as warm as we were. We're coming up to a tough time, but look after one another until next week when Nathan Cox will be back in this chair. We'll see you then.